Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do the full mapping of the video from Resolume into the moving heads inside of the MagicQ. Okay, and so I will be running it through MagicQ, running in demo mode. Yes, you don't need to get it unlocked. It actually allows you to run the data through within demo. So I'm not going to be doing the exactly same setup. I'm just going to patch a couple of spots CMYs, couple of washers RGBWs, and couple of RGB parkans, and I'll show you how to map them from Resolume. So at the moment I will be doing everything on the MagicQ. Right. So first of all, of course, you need to set up IP addressing. It's all standard. You set it up so you can run it within your local network area. Then what I will do is I will start a new show file. So you'll be able to see it's all empty, and I'll start patching. So I'll go patch, choose head, and I will type search, and I'll type MagicQ2. So sorry, MagicQ2. Okay, and I'll press search it, and it's going to find Chauvet, and I will patch two MagicQ2 spots. So I'll press spots, advanced, and I'll say patch 2 units, and I'll say patch into the visualizer. Okay, so after that I'm going to say choose head, again search. I can do the same thing, MagicQ2. Go here, back here, Chauvet, MagicQ2 wash. This is the RGBW fixture, and I'm going to use just the basic 20 channel mode. Okay, and I'm going to patch it, and I'm going to patch 2 units on Universe 2 just to make it simple to separate them, starting address 1. So 2 of them patch here, and then I'm going to say choose head. No, actually no, I can just press choose dimmer media, generic LED, LTP, and I'm gonna say I want to patch 2 pieces of those as well. Oh, I've forgotten, I want to change the DMX address, so I will select them. I'll type 3-1, enter. So that will change to the Universe 3 channels 1 and 4. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, just to make it simple, I will select those 2 RGB heads, and I'm going to move them on the x-axis slightly to the side. Okay, and I'm going to choose group number 1, that's the spots, and I'm going to move them horizontally slightly to the left. So now you will be able to see you've got 2 spots, 2 washes, and 2 RGB parkans. Right. Then what I need to do is following. So you'll have to, of course, go to the setup window, view DMX input output, and as I explained in a separate email about separate video about mapping Resolume, you will have to set the ArtNet output type and input type. So the output type is my ArtNet. This is I will be using, for example, for my physical fixtures. So I have set up the universes 0 to 7. This is for my output. Then for the input, I've used universes 10, 11, and 12 as my incoming signal. So again, you need to make sure that the ArtNet input universes do not clash with the output universes. So that means in my case I'm not using ArtNet universe 10, 11, 12 for the output. That means I can use them for the input. Right, okay, so nothing else. I didn't change anything else here. Make sure that obviously they enabled. And after that, what we'll need to do is we will let's create one group. So we will select all 3 groups together. So press first group, shift second, shift third, and we're going to press record, and we're going to click and create a new group. Okay, as we've created a new group, we'll press the output window, we'll press view plan, and I will create a grid. So I'll say set grid size, and maybe I will make the grid to be 10 by 1. Okay, so I have it horizontally, and it's going to tell me if I'm using any multi-element fixtures. I say no. You select one, first column, you press 1 as your fixture number 1, press enter, and it's gonna select assign the first head here. Then you select another spot, you press 2, enter. That's gonna put the second head into here. Then you're gonna do, for example, select this, you press 3, enter. Then you can add, for example, 4, enter. Then 5, enter. And again, because I made only 10, so let me make a grid size to be actually 11 by 1. And I'm going to select here, I'm going to 6, enter. So now I have all my 6 fixtures are actually assigned in my plan view. So I will be able to preview them here as well. Then what you need to do is, if you go to the view heads, and then you press view inputs, so you will be able to start seeing any information coming in. In a view grid, you will be able to see it. So then what you need to do as well on your MagicQ side, you will just select your Maverick MK2 spots, you'll press add full just to set intensity level, and you'll press record over here. Okay, then you press clear. Why? Because we want to be able to control the intensity output from the MagicQ when the colors are going to be coming from external from Resolume. Then I'll select my RGBW fixtures, this ones, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set at full, okay, and I'm going to record them over here as well. So that means I will be able to control dimming intensity on my fader. Then I will select the third heads, the RGB parkins. But what I need is, in order to be able to control dimming intensity of them, so that means I have full control, I need to add virtual dimmer. So you'll select them, hold shift button, press shift button, and press add virtual dimmer. Press yes. So now you will be able to control RGB parkins using the dimmer. So then you will select your RGB parkins, you press add full, record, and add them here. So now we have them all patched in and we're controlling currently dimming intensity. However, in the next step we will be merging the data from Resolume, coming in from Resolume in the MagicQ. And for the next step, one of the important things that you will need to be aware of is if you go to the patch view, okay, and the window we will be working with is going to be view channels. So as here we are trying to do the mapping onto particular channels rather than the whole head, like in our case is going to be CMY channels, RGB channels, etc. Then what I would suggest is, if you look at your heads here, so I've got 2 spots, 2 washers and 2 RGB parkins, I need to select my channels, let's say cyan, magenta and yellow channels, and I need to change their merging mode. And the fastest way to do it is using different filters, and we have them on encoder B. So instead of you going and checking, changing, trying to find all the channels one by one, which is a tedious exercise, especially if you have a lot of fixtures, what you will do is you will click on view all, click here, and you select cyan. So there is no red, green, blue, therefore selecting cyan will also select the red channels, which is the inverting of the cyan. So you press cyan and it will show me all the cyan and R or red channels for my fixtures. So just from my experience, I will tell you how to set it up. So for the Maverick MK2 spots, and I'm using the cyan channel, I will select the merging mode, or in my case I will select just these 2 cells, as you can see here, and by clicking here you can choose the mode, and I will choose the simple merge mode because it's going to be controlled, just dimming channel is going to be controlled by me using the RGB, the normal HTP output, so I can use merge. Okay, and as soon as I clicked it, it will also assign directly my channels. So you can see here, it's going to put the same number as you can see here, it's going to put here as well. So that means for my first fixture, that the cyan channel is the channel number 10 on this universe, and for my second fixture, the cyan channel is actually my channel number 42. So this is sort of offset, you will see. Then for my red channels of my Maverick MK2 washers, I will select them. And again, from my experience, I would say you need to select as a mul in or multiplier in. You can put in, just a normal in, but that way you will not be able to control anything from the console in case you wish to do it later on. So I will choose multiple in. And again, it assigns me the same channel numbers as you have them in the patch. And then you select these two channels for the red RGB parken. You select them and you also do the multiple in. Okay, so we will come back to these values later on again. But in my case, let's go and change now. So first time you click it, resets it. Now we go back. So let me show you what we did. So here you can see I've changed the merge channel, cyan channel for first fixture, and now if I scroll down, you will be able to see. So for my second fixture, I also changed the cyan. So as you can see, instead of you going up and down all the time, use the encoder B. Clicking here, you see it says all and attribute, and that way you will be able to change them quickly. This is the filter. Select it, and you choose magenta. You do exactly the same as you did with red channels. So you select them and you click here and says for this one it's going to be merge. For this 4 it's going to be multiple in. Okay, and you select again and you select yellow, and the same thing. So for the first 2 you select merge. For the other RGBW and RGB fixtures you put multiple in. Okay, and also you shouldn't forget that RGB wash is actually RGBW. So you go here and you select the attribute white. So when you select it here, you select the mode multiple in. Okay, so for the next part that we will be doing in Resolume, what you will need to remember is the cyan channel or red channels. So these numbers we will need for the Resolume part. So if you remember them, let's go back to the Resolume part and I will show you what you need to do in the Resolume in order to start seeing everything work. And just before I proceed, I can actually switch on the channels, and we will be able to actually get the information in, and as soon as we start mapping correctly, you will be able to see all this data in the visualizer. Okay, right, let's jump into the Resolume. Okay, on the Resolume part, as you can see here, I've got just the basic stuff thrown in. It's just the basic videos. I'm trying to run as simple as possible, so you will be able to see just in general how it's all done. So in the Resolume, you need to create fixture. So you go to the fixture editor, you click Arena, fixture editor. And in the fixture editor, you need to create your fixtures for the CMY head, for the RGB head or RGBW head, and also for the 3-channel RGB. And the way I did is simple. So as you can see here, you have to press plus and it creates for you a new fixture. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it, for example, moving head CMY test. Okay, and when you did this, you will be able to set the width and height. At the moment it's only going to be representing 1 pixel, so because it's a 1 fixture, so you here and it tells you what's going to be the color space, so it's going to do the calculation correctly. So you click here and you choose CMY. Okay, so nothing else you need to do here with regards of creating fixture. The same way you also do RGBW, but here instead of the color space CMY you choose RGBW. For the simple RGB, again, create a new fixture and create just the RGB 1 by 1 pixel. That's all you need to do here. After that, you go to the output type and you click advanced. Okay, so I already created something here, but you just ignore it and I will show you how to do it again. So this is your input. So this is where your videos are running. So you can see here I'm running the vertical stripes here in the output. So if I go to the advanced, you will be able to see them running here. And what you need to do is following this. You need to click here and you need to select DMX Lumiverse. Okay, so when you create DMX Lumiverse here, it already patches you the CMY test fixture for you, because this was the last thing I've selected. So that's already a good thing, because what we can do is we can actually select our head. So this is going to be the pixel that's going to be sending the data into my CMY fixture. So I can position it anywhere I want on my canvas. Okay, and the important thing here will be for you, make sure it's obviously selected so it's active. And the important things here will be for you, so if you select your light, is going to be the starting channel, and the starting channel is going to be your red channel or a cyan channel for your spot. Yes. And if you look into your patch, you will see that in the MagicQ, you will see that Maverick MK2 spot red channel, or cyan channel, apologies, starts from channel number 10. So what you do is you can double click and you type 10. Okay, so this is the channel number 10 that it will be sending the data into. So what you will need to do next is, when you select Lumiverse itself, you need to also set the universe address, the universe you need to send the data. And as if you remember, in my MagicQ, in the DMX input-output window, I've set the input to be universe 10. So what you need to do is you need to set universe 10 for your input. Okay, so and then you select here and you have to select where you're sending your data into. To make it simple, you can choose broadcast. So when you select the broadcast, it will start sending the data into your MagicQ, and if you look into the visualizer, you will be able to see it starts flickering. So when the fixture, when the video goes across the fixture, the fixture will start reacting in the MagicQ. Okay, so let's go and add another fixture. So while the Lumiverse selected, I press DMX fixture. So I connected my second fixture. That's going to be obviously representing my second spot, my Maverick MK2 spot, and I move it slightly aside here. Okay, and what I do is, as I showed you with my first spot, all I need to do is I need to change the starting address for the CMY, so cyan. And if you look into the MagicQ, this is the channel 42. So I type 42. Okay, and as soon as you've done it, you will be able to see it straight away works on the MagicQ. Yeah, the results works immediately because we've done all the legwork on the MagicQ in advance. Let's go with the next fixture. We're going to add the next Lumiverse, and I'm going to click here. I'm going to say DMX Lumiverse. So it creates for me the next Lumiverse, again DMX, but I don't want that fixture. I actually want RGBW fixture. So what I do is I come here and I change it into my RGBW. So then I make it a little bit bigger. I move it somewhere aside here. And what I need to do is, again, as you remember, I need to change the starting channel for the red channel of my RGBW, and that will be 17. So I select here, I type 17, and in my Lumiverse, you have to change it, as you remember from the DMX IO window, it will be my Lumiverse Universe 11. So as soon as you do it, you will be able to hold on a second, the output you need to set as a broadcast, and you will be able to see it's working on your MagicQ straight away. So let's go with okay, I can just make it a little bit bigger. So what I will do is, next one, I will select again my Lumiverse and I'll press add another DMX fixture, and it's going to bring me the last one that I've used, which is the RGBW. Again, I can move it aside a little bit. Okay, and again, I have to choose the different DMX address. So for the red channel in my MagicQ, that's going to be the channel number 37. Okay, and it straight away should work on my MagicViz. Okay, you will be able to see results straight away. So next part is going to be again very simple. We will add another Lumiverse for the RGB parkans, and instead of RGBW, I'm going to change the type to be simple RGB. So we're going to move it over. Sorry, we're going to increase the size of it. And I'm going to move it over here, and when I've done it, I will change the starting address, which is going to be address 1, correct, and this is going to be my red channel, and I will change the Lumiverse universe to be 12 as my input on the MagicQ. Okay, so as soon as I do this, so this is 1, okay, and yes, so I've assigned it there, and my next one is going to be same fixture. So I will select that and I'll say DMX fixture here, and I will change the DMX address of it to be the channel to be starting from 4. So I will change to 4. It is already 4, so it's a simple RGB, and I will make it a little bit bigger. Sorry, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Doesn't matter if it's slightly rotated. I mean, I would say for the OCD, I will try to make it a little bit more straight. And Lumiverse, again, you have to make sure it's select 12. You have to make sure you shouldn't forget the broadcast. Okay, so as soon as you do it, you will straight away will be able to see in the MagicQ all working without any problems. That's pretty much it. Again, I'm really sorry the tutorial takes a long time, but again, I'm trying to show it to you step by step. So how you can use it, that means if you're using the Resolume, you can use some of the fixtures for the RGB patching, for the RGB mapping, and at the same time you can use the screens around the fixtures for the video mapping. So that means if you run a video across screens and also across the RGB fixtures, you will be able to map videos and fixtures together from the same canvas. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope it was useful, and I hope you will be able to use it and run it across the different setups, and the colors will be changing automatically. As you can see in my example, the visualizer works straight away. And again, play around, try to see if you can use more different merging modes and how they will use in your production. And I hope to see some of the videos of your shows, guys, where you actually used that method. That's all for today. Again, thank you very much for joining, and have a lovely evening. Take care and bye bye.